Thank you for joining me. Let's talk a little bit about your project that you have in development called We Regret to Inform You. Why is this project so important to you? You're a writer and you're an actress in this.
Yes, I am. Uh, well, this is not the first time that I've written and produced, but this one is very special to me because it's based on a real life event. I mean, it's
Oh,
about a breakup, but it's set in the near future. It's like a little bit of a sci-fi world, and I really let my imagination run wild with that one, and I feel very close to it. So it kind of I got the idea during COVID when there was so much death going around. So the whole idea of it is that it's about this woman that she is dying from a broken heart, and she receives a phone call. So in the near future, um, we all get a phone call 24 hours prior to her death. So it's sort of like this idea that if you have this deadline, what do you do? So what do we do when this happens? When you know that the end is near. So I thought that that idea was really interesting to me. It inspired me to look further into it, and that's how it got created. So it's very special to me still. And yes, I would like to explore it further.
awesome. You're coming off of a recurring role on Billions for 5 seasons, I believe. Uh,
7.
7 seasons. Wow. How
Mhm.
different is it going, daily to a job like Billions as opposed to developing your own series and, putting yourself out there in a different way with We Regret to Inform You.
It's super different. I mean, Billions was a dream. It's really what every actor's wants. It was an amazing script, an amazing series with incredible actors, incredible producers. Everybody was at the top of their game. So I was very, very lucky to learn from that because when I started, I was way more fresh than I was by the end of it. So it's super different because it requires a lot more discipline on my end when it's my own thing because I have to drive the ship. It
Mhm.
also has other benefits. You exercise a lot of different muscles in terms of how you get to do things. So it's a pluses and minuses, but obviously Billions was an incredible experience that I'm super grateful every day about that. So yeah.
Definitely. And what inspires you to write and produce things? You've done I believe it's 14 different shorts. You've been
Mhm.
part of the Dances with Films. You're out there. You're pushing your creativity. What inspires that?
I I love creating and love combining things. I love art. I love music. I love building communities. So to me, this is part of the process. So it's great, when you get a job as an actor and you know what's coming, and your job is to bring that script to life. But it's also really inspiring to 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 read something and feel like the that creativity sparked, and you create something of your own. So it's almost like the birthing experience. And so I think that I'm always inspired by things and by life and people and art, and it's really nice to put it into something. So I love that I have that opportunity to do that.
Aside from everything in Hollywood, you are big with wellness, and you have your wellness retreats called EU Zina. Where did that
Mhm.
idea come from, and why did you want to do a retreat like this?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. So I'm originally from Greece, and I've been going back. My family's back there, so I would go back there every summer, and I've always had people visit me,
Mhm.
and it always felt very special to see how people were so connected to that place and how much they fell in love with it. And again, it was during COVID. I was having a hard time because everyone was, and but I was particularly having a hard time. And I went back home at some point, and I remember being in that water, and I truly felt for the first time in my life that that water was kind of evaporating my depression. And I felt in that moment that I was like, I really want to share this with more people. I think that I can't be the only person that's feeling this. So yeah, I had this idea to bring groups and co-facilitate with other creatives and bring people to Greece, and it became super successful. So it's been doing really well, and there's more and more demand on it. So that's really, really exciting. And yeah, and then the name of it actually came from ancient Greek. In ancient Greek, we say the F. So the F is Zin. It
Hmm.
means the good life in ancient Greek. So I was trying to find a name, and I was like, oh, I want to show the good life.
Hmm.
And so my name is Zina, and then I was like, oh, I can actually combine. So the EU, like the European version of myself, and that's how the name got created.
That is so awesome. Mental health is extremely important, especially these days where we see more and more people kind of retreating to themselves in order to heal. How important is for you to not just, put everything you have into work, but to retreat and to take care of yourself?
I think that for me, it's vital because I saw what it was like on the other side, and I think that we forget sometimes. We're just so go go go, and
Hmm.
how the exterior only informs, or thinking that, oh, if I get this, then I'll be happy, or if I am that, people will think that I'm this way, and I just truly don't believe that. And I think that the most important relationship, as corny as it might sound, is to yourself. And I think that if everything else is going great, but your relationship to yourself is challenged, then everything else is going to be looked at from that prism. So I think that it's super important to first be able to be good to yourself, and whatever that means. And for every person, it's different. And I really believe in that.
Definitely. And Hollywood and the industry can be a little bit daunting for actors. It takes a while to get from project to project. How important
Mhm.
is was it for you to have family to go back to and kind of decompress from everyday life?
I am so lucky because it's true. Like you can get so, it can be so myopic to just
Mhm.
like focus on that thing, and oh, if I don't get the job, I suck or I'm terrible. And we all go through that phase, and especially younger actors go through that phase.
Mhm.
But the most important thing is to have a life outside of that
Mhm.
world, because otherwise it's not sustainable and it's not fun. Honestly, it's just like
Mhm.
not a great way to live. So in the end of the day, it's super important to have a self, to have something to give, to really nourish yourself first. So for me, by nature, because I mean, it was a little bit the reward that I was getting from doing a brave thing when I was really young, to
Mhm.
leave my home and go to New York. But yeah, having a place to go back to and just have it be a completely different world was really a great reset for me.
Mhm. Definitely. And
Yeah.
as you take We Regret to Inform You further on, how can people support you? How can people watch this and show the love they have for this project?
Well, they can definitely get in touch with me on Instagram, which is at Zina Wild. And I'm happy to share the link with everybody because it's doing the festival rounds
Mhm.
right now. So it's not up on any platform as we speak because it's brand new. But I can keep them posted if as the screenings come about, or if they want to just get a link, I'm happy to send it to people. But yeah, no, I would love to chat to anybody that has questions, or even like actors or writers, or if they have questions, they can reach out to me on Instagram.
What kind of obstacles are you facing in the festival circuit with a project like this?
Well, it's interesting because I'm sure, as you know, festivals can be very,
Mhm.
very, they're expensive. There's a lot of them. They're all over the world. So again, money becomes an issue because you have to travel to go there, all these things. Uh, and and there's so much competition. There's so much content that people
Mhm.
are trying to get to festivals. So I think that the most important is to choose the ones that truly fit the style of the project, because that is a whole thing. Because if you have, let's say, yes, a sci-fi short, there are certain festivals that are more prone to be interested in that. So in a way, it's like a little bit like set yourself up for success instead of failure. So some of the failures that we've had so far is kind of like, of course, the really, really big ones, or and that's the challenge, because you're like, oh, it's a little bit daunting, and then the
Mhm.
money of like, oh, and then another submission fee. But then in the end of the day, the word does get out, and there are places where you can screen it, and people do become more and more interested. I mean, for us, we've had a lot of places be interested that weren't even festivals, and then the word does get spread. So it's just keep going.
Awesome. Aside from this project and your EU Xena, is there any other project that you're able to talk about?
Yes, well, I'm also developing another TV series that I am co-writing with my friend and co-writer. Her name is Dimitra Barla. She's also Greek, and it's a French-US production, actually, that we're developing right now. And we literally just went to France, went to Series Mania, where we spoke with a bunch of possible producers about the project, and it went really well. We're super excited. Um, and yeah, it started off as an idea as a TV series, but we've had suggestions about turning it into a TV movie. So that's a possibility that we might be changing some stuff, but we're very actively writing it, and we're super excited about how things went in Series Mania, which was an incredible experience to begin with.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on everything. You are very multifaceted and very talented, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.